Billy was raped. That was the first thought that broke through the fog when he opened his eyes. Not fear, not panic, not confusion. Just the sudden, crushing certainty that something terrible had happened to him. The room was still, too still. Morning light crept through the wide glass windows of a luxurious estate. One of those places people point at and say, if I make it in life, I want to live there. Everything around Billy looked successful, clean, expensive, controlled. But inside him, nothing was. A few hours earlier, Billy had been alive with laughter. He had been sitting with people he worked with, people he allowed himself to believe were friends. The music was low. The estate lights glowed warmly. Drinks moved from hand to hand. Conversations felt easy. For once, Billy didn't feel like the odd one out. Billy was 24 years old, God-fearing, focused, sharp in business. People often said everything he touched turned to gold. Ideas worked. Deals closed. Doors opened. From the outside, Billy looked blessed. But success had not saved him from loneliness. Billy had no real friends. The people around him admired his results, enjoyed his generosity, and benefited from his mind. But they didn't know him. They didn't protect him. They didn't truly care. Billy was a loner, and loners sometimes make one dangerous mistake. They try to fit in. That night, Billy ignored the quiet warning inside his spirit. He stayed longer than he should have, trusted more than he normally would. Let his guard down, just a little. And now he was awake. His body felt heavy. His head throbbed. His heart raced faster than his thoughts could catch up. As memory began to return, it didn't come as images. It came as feelings. Loss, violation, powerlessness. Billy sat up slowly, holding his head in his hands. This can't be real. This didn't happen to me. I'm strong. I'm careful. But strength does not stop betrayal, and caution does not protect you when trust is misplaced. Tears came without permission, quiet tears, ashamed tears, the kind of tears no one sees. Questions attacked him one by one. How did I let this happen? Who did this? Will anyone believe me? What does this make me now? Billy had faced business losses before. He had faced rejection. He had faced pressure. But this was different. This struck at his identity, at his sense of safety, at his dignity. When the sun fully rose, Billy stood up, showered, dressed, and walked out like nothing was wrong. Because that's what strong men are taught to do. The world didn't stop for his pain. Phones rang, emails came in, meetings waited. Billy showed up. He smiled when required. He spoke clearly. He performed excellently. But inside, something had shifted. He stopped trusting people's laughter, stopped enjoying group settings, stopped feeling safe in rooms that once felt harmless. Nights became battles. Sleep avoided him, and when it came, it was thin and restless. His prayers changed, not weaker but heavier. God, why? God, where were you? God, how do I carry this? Billy didn't stop believing, but belief now came with pain. Days turned into weeks. The people from that night faded from his life. Some avoided him, others acted normal. None asked how he was, and Billy learned a painful truth. Success attracts people, but pain reveals who they really are. He remembered something his father once said years ago. Pain doesn't destroy you. Silence does. So Billy made a decision. He would not let this moment define the rest of his life. He spoke, carefully, not to everyone, not loudly, but truthfully. He sought counsel. He allowed himself to feel. He stopped pretending to be okay. Healing did not come suddenly. Some days he felt strong, other days broken, some days hopeful, other days angry, but slowly, very slowly, the weight began to lift. Billy learned that what happened to him did not take away his worth. It did not cancel his calling. It did not rewrite his future. He was still disciplined, still intelligent, still favored. But now he was wiser. He stopped chasing belonging in unsafe spaces. He chose peace over popularity, depth over crowds. Months later, Billy stood again in that same estate, but he was different. Not hardened, not bitter, refined. He had rebuilt his boundaries, strengthened his spirit, and learned that real power is not never getting hurt. It is choosing to heal when you do. Billy looked up that day and whispered a quiet prayer. Thank you for carrying me when I couldn't carry myself. Billy was raped, but he was not destroyed. He was still standing, still growing, still becoming. And his story would not be remembered for what was taken from him, but for what he refused to lose.